Hi, good afternoon and welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Powell. The Industrial and Commercial Workers Union has written to the President expressing concern about mismanagement and alleged fraudulent activities at the largest cocoa buying company, PBC, which is government-owned. They say the company is on the verge of collapse, which could negatively impact the cocoa sector. My colleague, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, has been reading through a statement issued by the union and joins me in studio. Gakpo, talk to me a bit more about the concerns of the ICU and where they claim the monies are going to.
So they've written a letter to the President, a copy of which we've managed to intercept, and raising concerns that this is, as you indicated, a government-owned company which had been doing well for a very long time. In fact, it's estimated that they buy more than 50% of all the cocoa from different parts of the country. But they say it's gotten to a time when PBC no longer has enough money to even buy cocoa, and they're attributing it to how they say has been wrongful investment by the company. They say the management has invested money in a share factory which is not doing that well, a shea butter factory is not doing that well. Has also invested money in a hotel which is again struggling, hence causing a loss, and has additionally been investing some of the money in microfinance business, which they say is not their core function, and it's gotten to a point where the company is on the brink of collapse, and that unless as soon as possible the President intervenes and orders the Ghana Cocoa Board, which is more like the mother organization overseeing all these state agencies when it comes to the cocoa sector, grants them a bailout of a sort, it's likely the company will go down, and the more than 25,000 people that they employ will be left jobless, which is how come the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union is concerned. And Solomon Kote, who is the General Secretary of the ICU, which is the mother body of a lot of the workers, is the one who wrote this letter to the President. All
right, thanks for the update, Joseph Opoku-Gakpo, bringing us the latest from there. Now let's turn to some other news this afternoon. Economic professor at the Institute of Social Statistical and Economic Research, Professor Peter Quartey, is blaming Ghana's high debt on our inability to raise revenue internally. The country's debt, which has been a major concern, according to The Economist, is likely to send Ghana back to the status of a highly indebted country if measures are not put in place to control it. Professor Quartey spoke to Joy Business after an economic forum to commemorate the one-year anniversary of the late former Vice President Mr. Arthur. Here's Ebenezer Sabote's report.
Ghana's debt is around 180 billion cedis according to government economic data as of March 2019. The figure comprises both the old debts from the previous and current governments. After an economic forum to celebrate the life of the late Vice President Mr. Arthur, Director of Economics Division at the Institute of Social Statistics and Economic Research, Professor Peter Quartey, believes the high debt numbers can be blamed on the low level of debt management and domestic revenue mobilization.
If you're able to mobilize enough revenue, then you don't have to borrow. But it looks like we have not been able to mobilize enough revenue, and that's where we are borrowing. In terms of debt money, we are not doing so well. We are gradually hitting the threshold. In fact, we've been classified as a high-risk debt distress country by the World Bank and the IMF consistently over the years, and that's a tag we need to remove. Because some development partners are not comfortable lending to Ghana because of that tag. If you look at how much our debt now, it's quite on the high side, almost close to 200 billion cedis.
Meanwhile, main speaker for the event, Professor Charles Soludo, thinks the political system in Africa is causing countries, especially in the sub-Saharan, to borrow beyond the limit.
He has only 3 years or 4 years to the next election. And you tell him, sorry, you can borrow another 2 billion to do this program ABCD, which will get you back in office. It's so very tempting. Except you have institutions or even legislations that actually put some limit, that compel the government to look for alternative other means of financing other than resort to those kinds of borrowing. Politicians with the next election to win will always find such borrowings very attractive.
Ben Sabote's report for Joy Business.
And there's plenty more coming up on the marketplace at the top of the hour. It's back to you, Daniel.
Thanks, Darryl. Disappointing performance by the Black Stars on Saturday. Right, yes, but of course, Baba Tando has the details of that after this. Thank you.